It's no secret that NASCAR is looking to go back to the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. We all want it, NASCAR wants it, Bristol, who's working on it, wants it, and a lot of people in the surrounding areas around the track want it as well. It's generally seeming to be a more and more popular idea as more and more of the plan gets out to the public itself. Unfortunately, there's a new, dumber one that people are talking about that I think needs to be addressed a little bit. And this is the Cumberland Yard's proposal. In my opinion, the biggest and dumbest anti-NASCAR proposal, quote unquote. This went viral in the racing community over the last week, and it really didn't have to. But let's look at this and why it's a pipe dream, and in my opinion, a last-ditch effort by those who are against any racing, not just NASCAR, at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. So what is it? Well, the proposal is basically to tear up the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, take it out, and replace it with a facility that can encompass multiple different acts or different types of entertainment. A place for artists to record music or to live even. There's also a place for concerts. And the big one that is sort of their olive branch out to those wanting racing would be a quarter-mile drag strip for electric vehicles only. This would be $100 million. The artist and musician part, in my opinion, it's unneeded. It's Nashville. You're gonna have places for artists. It's where plenty of people, especially for country, go to make a name for themselves. The drag strip, well, I'm gonna say this now, it's too small. They would need to change everything in the surrounding area in order to make this work because there's no runoff area. They actually talk about on their YouTube channel, which I can tell you now is a disaster, that they can basically restore it to the way the original fairgrounds layout for auto racing would be. How originally there was a drag strip that would have been added past the backstretch. What they fail to realize is that it's not going to be able to fit. Or maybe they don't even fail to realize it. Maybe they actually realize it and this is just their ploy to get rid of racing. They would have to change everything in the surrounding area to fit this in, and I guarantee you, as anti-racing as they are, they wouldn't want to do it. And when you look at electric vehicles, especially electric racing, one, it's not popular and wouldn't bring in revenue, but two, it's also something that is not going to be very easy for anyone who's not rich to get into because it is so new to motorsports. Yes, the car industry and in turn motorsports is moving towards electrification. Hybridization especially is going to be a big thing in motorsports in America in the next few years, and some series already have went over to that. But you cannot expect something like this so soon, and it's clear these people have no interest in racing. The problem that I have with all of this, the biggest one though, is the reaction, because this will not happen. This is not going to happen. It never will happen. So it's a sorry attempt, in my opinion, to garner support against Bristol and NASCAR because Bristol and NASCAR are winning right now. They are moving up the political ladder, doing it the right way, working with the community. And according to the Fair Board chairman, Jasper Hendricks, it actually was not something made aware to those on the Fair Board until it was pushed out to social media earlier this week. And even to the local news agencies around Nashville, Hendricks has said that this is, quote, an illegitimate special interest group. This is not a real proposal. People need to understand this. This is something that is only meant to be a diversion, to get people's attention away from what's working and maybe get a few people who would support the track or are on the fence of supporting the track for NASCAR to come there to get off of that side of it. This is not something that those on the Fair Board even want to hear, even if they're against Bristol's current plan. It's something that, in their words, is disappointing to them because it's something that is just basically spreading blatant lies throughout both the motorsports community as well as Nashville as a community. It's hurting everyone involved, and the people doing it are the same people who have been against it the entire time, the same rich people who have special interests around this area, whether it be a soccer stadium or whatever else is there. And there's a few ways that people should have seen that this was a sad and pathetic attempt to do this. First off, it was getting ratioed a ton, which is not necessarily a sign, but the reaction that they had. They would delete the tweets and try again, basically saying Happy Thanksgiving with a GIF showing the Nashville Fairgrounds being replaced by this new plan. And when they would do that and get ratioed every time, they would block every single person. No legitimate plan or group would do that, no matter how petty they are about what's going on. They would not do that because it goes against helping them, and they can't change the minds of those that they would need to change the minds of. Also, the only reason this took off was due to NASCAR fans tweeting it out. Yeah, it trickled onto Twitter around Monday or Tuesday, and then started gaining speed and steam on Wednesday, and by Thanksgiving, it's the only thing that American motorsports Twitter, and now the online community as a whole, has been talking about. This is something that, honestly, if people just stopped for a moment and thought about, would not have been made a big deal. And listen, we all have to change this stuff and work on it on social media. I'm not saying I'm innocent of jumping the gun before. I've done it before. But this time, I decided to wait. I wanted to see what exactly this was. And when you see that it isn't real, it drives home a point that I want to make right now. Think before y'all post about stuff like this. Look into it. One, actually watch what they're saying, not just the 6-second GIF. But two, look around, do some research before everyone jumps aboard, because this took everyone by storm. This stuff doesn't pop up out of nowhere, and this website does not just pop up in the last week and suddenly become a legitimate proposal. You need to look and see if this is just a diversion or just what exactly it is, because it could just be a bunch of BS that's blown up out of nowhere. Also, remember this. While moving at a snail's pace at the moment, the Bristol plan with SMI to renovate and get the lease for the fairgrounds is moving forward. It's slow, but it is. And the chances of renovation are going up every day that they are able to get involved, also talk to those in community, talk to politicians, and it's seeming more and more likely for the first time in over 30 years that NASCAR will be at this track. Unfortunately, in this instance, the NASCAR online community did more damage than it did good with this. Yeah, we all got to dunk on this stupid account and all of this stuff about a dumb plan. That's great and all. But the optics of it aren't going to be good either when you see that anytime anything comes out, you're going to have a large group of people ganging up on a small account. It's dumb, I get it, but this wasn't a real problem. This was just something that popped up out of nowhere, and I feel like I had to say this now so more people will not fall for this stupid crap. Someone else who put out something really good about it was Matt Weaver. He put a really good article out about it. I'll put it in the description. You can read it. He put out a lot of good stuff when it comes to this too. But I'm telling you, take a breath, lay off, and have a happy Thanksgiving weekend. Now, I'm going to pass it on to you. Are you excited and looking forward to NASCAR's return to the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway? Let me know down in the comments below. While you're at it, leave a like in this video, share this video, and subscribe to this channel for more great NASCAR content. Thank you so much to all my channel members for your continued support. And until next time, have a good one.